Okay, hey everybody. I wanted to tell y'all a quick story. Hopefully it'll make y'all laugh. It did eventually make me laugh, although it really freaked me out at the beginning. So I told y'all yesterday that I had gone over to my son's girlfriend's house to play with her dogs and stuff. And so actually she was out of town, or they were out of town. And so I was actually going over there and feeding and watering the dogs and playing with them and all that stuff. So I just didn't want to say they were out of town until they got back, which they are. So I went over there this morning to take care of the dogs, and one of the dogs is older and is also pretty hard of hearing. But I came in the front door and I talked to the two Dachshunds, and then I was talking to Casey, which is the dog, the older dog, and she was curled up on the couch, like in a circle, sound asleep. And so I turned the lights on. The other dogs are happy to see me, and I'm like, oh, Casey, good morning, Casey. No movement. Back was to me, curled in a circle, no movement at all. I'm like, okay, Casey. And I'm clapping really louder and louder to try to, because I know she's hard of hearing. So I'm like clapping her. I'm like, Casey, come on. Wake up, let's go sit and potty. Nothing. I went over there and started pushing on her back, on her spine. I'm like nudging her. Casey. Nothing. I've freaked out now because I'm convinced this dog has passed away. I actually opened the front door and let the Dachshunds out to go potty, and in the house by myself, I asked the Dachshunds on their way out of the door, oh my gosh, what happened? Did you see what happened to Casey? As though they were going to answer me and provide what the manner of death was. And I was like, oh my gosh, she must have died in the night. She's been here all night. Oh, this is horrible. So the other two dogs are outside. I'm shaking her. I'm like, Casey. And no response. I'm like, oh my goodness. The girls are going to be so upset. And Casey was curled up on a blanket, and so I'm like, oh baby, I'm so sorry. And I'm thinking, okay, I've got to call my husband immediately to come out here and like dig a grave, because they do live out in the country. But I started pulling this blanket over Casey to kind of cover her, and was going to kind of roll it. This dog jumps up like, what's going on? I'm like, I started screaming. The dog's looking at me, freaked out. I'm like, you're alive. And then I said, you're an a-hole for doing that to me. I actually said that to the dog. Y'all, I was fixing to have my husband dig a hole, and I was going to put this dog in it. The dog is completely alive. And I got down and I looked. I could see no movement, no body movement. I'm shaking. There's no response. There's no response from this dog at all. Now, I have read how to give CPR to dogs in the past. Why? I don't know. I guess I feel like I need to give CPR to dogs should I stumble upon one struggling. So I know you cover its whole mouth, and you cover its nose with your mouth, but I'm like, she's been here through the night. Like, it must have happened in the night. No, this dog was alive. I was partly terrified, partly humiliated, partly insulted, and I'm pretty sure the dogs, they may have just been wanting to be mean to me and play a joke on me. But I did call my son's girlfriend, and I said, I'm grateful all your dogs are alive. Thought we lost one. And she did let me know, oh yes, she sleeps really, really hard. I already knew she was mostly deaf, but she will notice and respond to loud noises. Yeah, that's a really hard sleep. That's so bad. But anyway, maybe that'll give you a chuckle today. I hope so. Hope you had a great Sunday. Tell everybody I said hi. Bye, y'all.